Hey guys, welcome back. I did go out a little earlier, about an hour ago, just before the stores closed, because I needed to get some more Advil. uh, and I stopped at Winners. For those of you who don't know, in States, it's basically Marshalls, TJ Maxx, the same. It's all the same brand. And they had something there. I'm going to show you. You're going to know exactly what it is. This is Monarch Red Tobacco Vanilla. Can you have a guess? Yeah, I think you can. Montal. Is it Montal or is it Mancera? I think it's Mancera Red Tobacco or Montal. Same house or same company, different house type deal. Anyway, yeah. Now I don't remember smelling red tobacco, or I don't remember what it smells like. I smelled it about 6 years ago when I was in Montreal, but I did spray this on when I got it about an hour ago, hour and a half ago now, and I got the same feeling. I can't remember the exact same smell, so I can't compare it to the smell, but I got the same. I remember thinking the same thing. It's nice, but very Middle Eastern. Um, Oud, vanilla, spices, you know what I mean? And that's the same with this one. Uh, Actually reminds me of one I already own. Not 100%, but okay, I'll give you a spray anyway, because this is kind of a first spray. I've had it on for about an hour, but they got that nice spray, that pressurized atomizer. Right away, I'm hit with an earthy tobacco. Um, but it goes away in like 10 minutes, and I might be generous here. It might even be closer to five. Then an off-putting, like just like almost like a. You ever have somebody chip a cigarette? You know what I mean? Like, and a chip cigarette stinks, and that's kind of what I get from this. Almost, yeah, just like a chipped cigarette, almost. Just not very nice. And I remember thinking that about the authentic one when I first got it. But then I said after about 10 minutes, maybe even five, that the tobacco doesn't go away, but that burny chipped cigarette vibe does. And a nice oud and vanilla come out with some spices almost immediately. I'm definitely picking up oud and vanilla with some nutmeg and some cinnamon. And I haven't got to the dry. I'm still in the top, and that was an hour ago. So I think this is going to be. I'll have to wear it, but I think for the price I paid, which I'll get into in a minute, I think it's going to be nice. It's going to be a performer. I'm not going to wear it yet. It's too heavy for the summer, but yeah, it's starting to go away now. And the saffron and maybe even some violet, definitely some oud, woods in general, but oud's the most one. The agar wood. It's not quite straight oud. So woody oud, so agar wood, I'm guessing. Bit of smoke. It's vanilla, like I said, pepper, and yeah, it's a nice scent. It's a nice scent. It's a Middle Eastern scent. For those you know what I mean when I say that, and that's not a bad thing. I like Middle Eastern scents. I've come to enjoy them over the last few years. Thank you, Latafa. Um, which brings me to what I find this similar to. Stronger though, and more of emphasis on like tobacco. But at the heart, that oud vanilla spice combo is very similar. And that's Latafa's. I'm going to butcher this. I'm sorry, guys. Quad. Um, you get that saffron like you get from this. You get the florals like you get from this. You get the woods. You get the oud. Um, it's just lacking the heavy earthiness of that, because it's a very earthy tobacco to my nose. This is smoky, earthy tobacco. You get some smoke in this, but it's more of a light incense than a smoky tobacco. But I mean, the similarities are there. Like I said, this definitely smells stronger, and it's been on my skin now. Like that's why I just reapplied. But before that, an hour and a half, and it was still projecting pretty heavily. As a matter of fact, it's all I could smell for the last hour and a half for the most part. Even when I did have a cigarette, it was like, this is all I can smell. So I'm assuming this is going to be pretty good. And like I said, and I really like this one. We all know that. And it's got some similarities to that. It's just more of a darker version with, like I said, some tobacco. Some smoky, earthy tobacco. So, yeah. Geez, they're both really good. Get both of these if you can. Especially this one. I really like this one. I like this one a little better than this one. I just like, it's a fresher kind of, I like it. It's a fresh, heavy scent, if that makes sense. So how much did I pay for this? Well, they originally wanted $19.99, which wasn't a bad deal, and I would have paid it anyway. But as you can tell, it looks like people have been spraying it in the store, and then they do it. I used to do when I was a kid. I'd walk in the store like that before I'd go out somewhere, and then I'd go out. So anyway, I got it for $9.99. They took $10 off, $10, and I think it's going to be it's the quality from what I can smell is the same as most Latafas and things like that. Again, I can't compare it to what it's supposed to smell like simply because I can't really remember. I just remember the feel being the same from 5, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. The feel being the same, you know what I mean? And so, but yeah, so that was the first impression. I'll come back with a review, but probably not for a couple months because I ain't wearing this in the middle of summer. I'll tell you that. All right, guys. Peace, love, be good to each other.